Your Excellency.
Ethiopian ambassador to Turkey spoke to ANEWS responding to questions. The ambassador, Ayalew Gobeze, explained current developments in Ethiopia. Saying that Ethiopia is the fastest economy in Africa, the ambassador touched upon the recent wave of protest in the country and the changes it brought about. On the question of whether the new Ethiopian Prime Minister will solve the crisis in the country since 2015, the ambassador said the following.
I believe that we have good policies and strategies, and if we get a good leader with a good governance, we can achieve our targets, our goals.
Do you think that?
I am coming for that. Dr. Abiy, he's a young leader. He's energetic and skilled manpower. In the last 2-3 months, there was a strong renewal process, evaluation process within the leading political party. So this ruling political party proposes Dr. Abiy to become the chairperson of the ruling party. At the same time, he becomes the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. And I believe that he can he can manage with his visionary leadership, and he has also the skill, the knowledge to do his responsibilities. So Dr. Abiy, the young leader in Ethiopia, he will play a key role in bringing peace and stability.
The ambassador Ayalew claimed that with the new Prime Minister of Ethiopia, there will be transformation in the political arena leading towards a more democratic system.
What are the packages of reforms now on the table for Dr. Abiy to implement?
Yeah, there are different reforms in Ethiopia. For example, our people, and especially the young people, were demanding the government to widen the political space. So the ruling political party and our government promised to its people that there will be the reform on the electoral system and give a chance for opposition parties to participate and to introduce their policies, strategies, and their vision. So maybe the political space will be widened in this reform.
The ambassador said that Ethiopian opposition parties will have more freedom to compete freely with the ruling party in power for more than 25 years.
Do you think that Dr. Abiy will achieve, and we can see not only a change in the personalities within the EPRDF, within the ruling party, from one prime minister from the ruling party to the other prime minister within the same ruling party. But do you think that we are going to see also a transformation from one ruling party to another ruling party? Is Ethiopia expected, for example, is Ethiopian democracy will be expanded to such extent that others will be also participating in a fair and free election? Do you think?
It is not only the responsibility of our Prime Minister to solve all problems, to bring peace and stability in the country. As I said, because of those reforms, we can bring the real satisfaction of our people. What I want to say is that there must be real participation of the community in politics, in developmental activities. This is one thing. The youth has to get good information from the government. There must be transparency. There must be accountability of the government officials, what they are doing, what they are achieving, what were the plan, and what they achieve. There is a need to widen the political space. If it widens the political space, and if there is fair and free election process, maybe the opposition parties will get the appropriate seat in the parliament.
The other area covered by the Ethiopian ambassador to Turkey is the Ethio-Turkish relationship. The ambassador explained the historical ties between the two countries.
Yeah, Ethiopia and Turkey have long-standing relationship, very historic relationship. We have the relationship more than 100 years, even during the Sultan Ahmed period, during the Ottoman time. We were exchanging delegations members between Emperor Minilik and Sultan Ahmed II. And then Turkey has opened its consulate general in Harar town, southern part of Ethiopia, in 1912. And the main embassy.
It is the earliest in Africa, I think.
Yeah, the sub-Saharan Africa, the first sub-Saharan embassy of Turkey was opened in Ethiopia in 1926, also in Addis Ababa. So we feel proud that we have more than 100 years relationship with Turkey.
On the current relationship between Turkey and Ethiopia, the ambassador said the following.
Currently, I can say we have excellent relationship. We have excellent bilateral relationship because the two leaders from Turkey, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Turkey, Erdogan, visited Ethiopia 3 times. Since 2005 up to now, he visited 3 times. And our late Prime Minister, Meles Zenawi, also visited Turkey 2 times, in 2007 and 2011. In this visit program, they made different agreements to strengthen our economic, social, and political relationship.
Calling Turkey Africa's development partner, the ambassador admired Turkish policy towards Africa.
For example, if you take Africa, Turkey has a good vision for the development of Africa. It is a good development partner for Africa. Even it's becoming a strategic development partner for Africa. And up to now, I have information that some information around 6 billion USD, the private sector, the business people invested in Africa, and half of it is invested in Ethiopia. This indicates Turkey and Ethiopia are good development partners. In the trade relationship, the volume of our trade reaches to 400 million. So we have to strengthen this trade volume up to 1 billion USD in the next 4 or 5 years. Already, His Excellency, the President of Turkey, and the discussion with our Prime Minister, Haile Mariam, in Addis Ababa, they discussed and give a word, promised that they will increase the trade volume up to 1 billion USD in the next 4 or 5 years. So the embassy is striving, working to bring this target into effect.
The ambassador also hopes that Turkey will play a key role in the realization of the Ethiopian economic goals with its experiences.
Turkey has accumulated experience in industry development. We want to exploit that experience. We want to learn and to take different technologies from Turkey. Especially Ethiopia has a plan to bring industrial development in Ethiopia. Even we have a vision which says that Ethiopia has to be the hub of industry in East Africa, in Africa even. So how can we bring those industries? How can we transfer technologies from the globe? So one part of the world with the government of Ethiopia focus is Turkey. You have many industry parks in Turkey. So what is the experience of Turkey to share for Ethiopia? We are inviting the Turkish business people to construct their own industry parks or to rent a building to bring their factory and to start work in the established industry zones. Ethiopian government is now doing constructing world standard industry parks. While it is constructing those industry parks, it is promoting for international business people to bring their projects, to bring their machinery, and to start manufacturing in Ethiopia. Ethiopia has good incentive mechanism for the foreign direct investment. So now many foreign direct investment is coming from China, from South Korea, from different parts of Europe, including Turkey. So from Turkey, I am working to promote the investment opportunity in Ethiopia.
Ambassador Ayalew Gobeze has been serving as Ethiopian ambassador to Turkey since April 2014. He is a senior politician and served as the president of the second biggest regional state in Ethiopia. Ayalew was appointed as ambassador to Turkey by replacing the other senior politician and current president of Ethiopia, Dr. Mulatu Teshome. The appointment of senior statesmen as ambassadors to Turkey indicates that Ethiopia is serious in improving its relationship with Turkey.